Alright, good morning, guys. Happy Friday. We're coming down to the end of this dreaded week, so let's power through today and see if we have any plays in our hands. We see if we get any stocks setting up, and possibly look for some trades. So let's see what we got going on. XELA here, right now is our top number one gapper, up about 30%. Looking at some of the statistics here, I'm seeing a more accurate float around 40 million. So you have about a 40 million in float stock. So not a micro float, not a low float by any means. So a little bit higher in the float around 40 million. Institutional ownership 45%. So we are above that 30% number that I like to look for. Same thing with insiders. So we do have a large amount of insiders and institutional ownership here on XCLA. Now looking at the headline, we did have a good headline over on XELA. It's posted in Discord if you guys want to go read it. It was a pretty good headline, but House did make a good point. Looking into the fundamentals, they have about 18 million in cash versus a 1.5 million debt. So they do have a lot of depth on XELA. So just a nice little fundamental digging by House over there. Appreciate that. And if any of you guys, are more knowledgeable about the fundamental side of trading, go over and chat and help out. That would be much appreciated. If you guys, maybe you have a top gapper and you want to drop some fundamental knowledge, you're looking into the filings. That'll be much appreciated because we do have a lot of good technical and momentum traders in there, but we are lacking in the fundamental side. So if any of you guys are good with that, be much appreciated if you could post that over in Discord chat. So looking at the intraday chart here, pretty weak so far, as far as the volume and the price action. You can see, had this initial pop, gave back a lot of its gains there. Came back up, tried the curl, but we had a doji star and just a lot of selling into this pop. Same thing here. Came back down, tried to push back up, but then another stuff move and just weak volume into the pops. You can see we're forming like these doji stars. A lot of selling into these pops, which is not a good sign. But now we were still riding the 72.89 EMA. Once again, we're coming up to the pops here, and you can just see just overall this weakness on the tape, light volume, just not a lot of buying pressure coming on in. As we come up to these key areas. So as far as price action and volume is looking a little weak here on XELA this morning. So until that changes, there's no reason to get involved in the long side. I don't even like how it's a 40 million in float. We don't have a micro float here, so it's gonna have to trade some really big volume for it to really go on a nice rip and run. So it's kind of the deal with this XELA here. I mean, looking at the chart here, pull up the 6-month chart. Kind of weird. I don't know why it's not coming up. All right, there we go. So we have some overhead resistance here at $3. But I mean, looking at the daily, we don't really have any like big volume days. Like I'm talking like 10 million plus days. So it doesn't have a big history of going on any sort of rips or runs. It doesn't have a history of trading large volume either. So that's not a good thing we want to see. We like to look for stocks that have gone on a history of running, that's ran before in the past. Those are good signs to see, and we're not seeing that on XELA this morning. At the same time, I don't know if there's something I would be interested in shorting either. It does have a large amount of institutional ownership, and it still has, a good headline. So not sure if I would be getting involved with this either on the short side of things as well on XELA. So with that being said, that's pretty much it for the analysis over on XELA. We'll keep it on watch. Right now, gonna have the most eyes on it is the top gapper in the penny stock market right now. Other than that, we did have some plays that closed strong the other day. SRNE. Not one I'm probably not one I'm going to be trading today, but just worth mentioning. This thing had a slow uptrend all day yesterday, heading into close. Had a strong close. So most of the times I would say stocks that close strong, do tend to have a greater chance of going on a follow-up day run And same thing on MEET. Just throwing these out there. Not something I'm probably going to be trading. Just want to throw them out there. MEET had the same exact, kind of the same exact pattern, but traded a little bit better volume. You can see slow, nice, walked up uptrend all day. So you could watch this one on possible continuation today. So just wanted to throw those two tickers out there. And PDSP, I mean, this kind of would be a low hanger setup, but just so light on volume the other day that I'm not sure if I'd be interested in this one for a low hanger setup. Low hanger setup is basically a day one push on strong volume, a weak close, and then a morning push into prior day resistance to get short into a stuff move. So this is kind of forming that pattern here, but just overall light volume yesterday. We only traded about 2 million shares. I like looking for stocks that trade higher in volume on the day one to look for the day two low hanger setup. But you can keep this one on watch for that setup. Probably be a push into $4 rejection for some more downside on PDS2. So that's it for the morning watch list. I'm thinking about possibly doing a giveaway today. I know I have done a lot recently, but I'm thinking about it. I'll see how I feel during the stream. Maybe I'll do a giveaway. Have some fun in here. It's been pretty slow and boring for us penny stock traders this week, so maybe lighten the mood up. Do a fun little giveaway. Preston, giveaway, but if you win what? It's all fair game here. We're no rigged giveaways here. It's only rigged for Nick the winner. He always wins. And then when he doesn't win, he claims not to be here in chat. Hey Dreambox, did I trade yesterday after I closed the stream? No. I was here for power hour, just looking around, but I didn't make any trades. Did close the day yesterday with that one trade I made during the stream. And today I'm going to be really cautious. I said to myself, in my journal yesterday that I'm going to be looking for more shorts. I'll be looking for maybe just quick scalps from some of my setups. Maybe 10-cent risk, looking for a 20-cent little pop gain. Until the market, heats back on up. I'm not going to be looking aggressively on the long side. Could be leaning more on the short setups that I like to trade. So that'd be more day two setups. More low hangers, more gap and crap setups. So I'm going to be eyeing for more of those types of setups. Jason, do you look for different setups during the power hour than open? Yeah, 100%. Yep, 100%. I do. I'll look for late day fades, and I'll also look for kind of my wash trap and squeeze pattern, but over a larger time frame. So PDSP was interesting yesterday because this one formed it pretty well, but the only thing that wasn't good on it was the overall volume. But this is what I look for. A big parabolic, comes back on down. Cracks support, slowly holds a 72.89 or a close support line. Nice higher low uptrend to a breakout on PDSP, and this is where I look to get long. Right as we reclaim and break at this $4 line with a set risk on PDSP, I'd probably be risking this 380 line, get long at 4. So it's a good setup yesterday. The only thing we didn't have was look at the volume on it. It was crap. So we didn't have good volume on this yesterday. So I wasn't interested in taking this long, but it was just interesting to watch, the setup form, because this is a setup that I like to play. I do have a good example on. I'm really got to give you guys some more examples here. Let me look at it. So like I think ABI, I think it was ABIO. Let me see. Yeah, so something like this. Something like this, where we're trading pretty good volume. Obviously, it's gonna be volume's gonna be a little bit lower during lunch hours, but see, put in the nice higher low pattern here, got long here at this area, and then rode it on up. So something like this is what I look for in power hour, and I don't like trade. I'm not the biggest fan of trading, late day. I'm really not. But if we see a setup like this, I'll look to take it. AJ, yeah, thank you for supporting this channel. What you can do to support the channel is, just subscribe, like the video, and share it. Share the video with others. That's how you're gonna support the channel. Thank you very much. It's all right. Got about 6 minutes to the market opens here. Other than XELA in the top gapper list, nothing else I'm seeing of interest. FRO of interest for you, trading pennies. And trading pennies, I did open up that tab that you mentioned. Trading for pennies proposed something pretty interesting yesterday. He said, Nick, why don't we have a tab like that we open up in Discord that says, bullish versus bearish, and we kind of have a discussion within the group, our opinions on the particular play. Why someone think it's bearish versus why someone thinks it's bullish, and we kind of just compare our thoughts, and we have a discussion in there about our opinion on the play. And I think that's a great idea, and I'm gonna be starting using that tab probably starting Monday. I'll probably be using that tab. And also put like a little like cheat sheet thingy where I'll have like a list of some bearish factors in a stock versus some bullish factors in a stock. So I think that would be really cool. Get a nice discussion going, and I think it would help a lot of you guys out. Thank you, Trading Pennies, for the idea. Yeah, if you guys ever have any ideas, feel free to shoot me over some ideas. A lot of the tabs we have open in there was just members giving us cool ideas. Appreciate it, day trader. So no video this week. I didn't get a chance to post any type of video this week. I think next week I'll be posting a video. I may do a recap. I haven't done a recap in a while, so I think I'm gonna do a recap tomorrow, and then maybe not tomorrow. I mean next week I'm gonna be doing a recap, and I'll try to get a educational video out as well. So this weekend, I know a lot of you gave me some ideas. I got some DMs for some ideas too. So I'll be doing a recap next week, and I'll be putting out a educational video as well. Steph, I don't know my year-to-date return at the moment. I know the past 4 months I made over 80,000. I have to look that up. What are the plays for today? XELA. XELA is kind of the only stock in play. I'm not saying it's a, that means we're gonna go look to trade it. At least for me, I'm probably not gonna be trading it. But it's kind of the only active, small cap play at the moment. Thanks. Good luck to you too as well. All right, so we got about 1 minute to the open. Let's all be smart. Don't force anything, and good luck to everyone. Jason, I didn't go to college. I wouldn't even count it. I did literally a semester of college. My major was business. All right, let's see. XELA. Week open here in XELA. A lot of selling pressure here on XELA. It's like the 140s are going down here. Kind of in this tight range on XELA between 139 and 142. We'll see which one gives out first, that 142 level or that 139. Looks like it just gave out that 139 level. Sorry, yes. This is not the volume needed, for me to long something like this, especially something that's in the $1 range. Not something I would be interested in longing. At the same time, it's a little bit tricky on the short side too. That institutional ownership could always a little bit scary. Shorting something with that big in the institutional ownership. So if you are looking for a short on this, I would say have a tight risk on it. But this volume definitely not good enough for this type of play, at least for me. So just watching here on this play. Anyone in at the moment on XELA, or anyone looking for, long or short on it? Oh, guys, don't worry about it. I gotta fix that. It's my bad. And the stock blocks, the stock, the night bot, the night bot's really annoying. A lot of people happens like every day. I got confused between the stock bot. Like we have a stock bot in Discord. I got confused between that and the night bot. XELA starting the base a little bit here, overview up. So I'm interested in this pop here. I want to see if we stuff here. And watching the tape. GNUS, a little bit of a scanner hit. So watching the tape here. Maybe interested in a short scalp on this on XELA. So I'm just watching at the moment. Hey, there it goes. Bike every day. So what I want to see is kind of a push and stall. I want to see this thing start to push and stall. So a little bit of weakness here in the tape. Alright, so I did take some short there. Took some short here on XELA. Looking for this stuff move. Yeah, so the tape kind of stalled a little bit there. They're just looking for a small scalp short on it. Risking off that high. I have a 151 average here. It's only risking 6 cents. I'll be looking to take, low 140s, even towards the lows on XELA. Every day we've been seeing these top gappers get destroyed, going on these quick little pops and giving back a lot of their gains. Here we go, nice little wash. Hell's calling. So I'll see if we get this wash, and I could look to take. Thing is, I was risking 6 cents, so I want to meet a 12-cent target on it. So I'd kind of need that 139 level. I have a 151 average, risking 6 cents. So I kind of need to meet that 139 level to meet that 12-cent target on it. GNUS I could put on the bottom level too. Let's see if we get this wash here on XELA coming down to it. 141s on the tape. Big seller now. We'll see. Dang, guys, I'm going to take half here. I'm going to take half in case this bounces here. So I took half. So the rest I'll be looking for, a crack on the lows. And the rest I'll stop out at break even. So I did lock in half there just to protect myself in case it bounces. So I did take some there at 143. I took 4,000 shares. Had a total of 8,000 shares on the trade. So I took 4,000 there at 143 just to protect myself. I wanted the crack right there, but I put in that lower wick at 140. So just in case it bounces on up, did want to be safe there and lock in half. So the rest I'll get out, if that 140 pulls, I'm sure we'll be putting in a new low. So I'll look to take into that washout below 140 on the rest. Like I said, this trade's solely going off, price action and volume. I'm seeing a lot of weakness in that, seeing a lot of weakness in the tape. This trade is solely going off that. I always say it, price action volume trumps all. Doesn't matter how good the news is. Doesn't matter how low the float is. If price action volume is weak, to me that's the biggest indicator for my trading. And you can see again that 140 level, a little tricky right there. You see that? Another soak at that 140 level. And that's why I got out the first time, because we did put in that same lower wick tail right there. Kind of soaked that 140 level. See, a few traders are saying AVYA. Alright, let's see. Last 2 or 3 times we've bounced off 140, kind of right at it again right here. See if we get this rug pull. So if we get this breakdown here, I think I'll be doing the giveaway. So new stops at break even. So no matter what, I'll be leaving the trade in the green. So new stops at break even, which is 151 for myself. If we do start to curl, that'll be my new stop. XELA, yep, I'm short right now. I'm short at 151 average. Other than that, we have GNUS, light volume, over under $1. Does have not really any resistance here in this daily to up to the 200 day. AVYA, come to posted in chat. Running on Ring Central Partner News. $12 stock. Nice uptrend, good volume, really good volume for a $12 stock. Really good volume for a $12 stock. Does have a larger market cap though. SGBX. Meets there. Of course, Dennis, yeah. Of course Dennis will be back. Just probably not today, but I'm definitely going to have him on in the future. I would have him on more often, but for some reason, whenever he hops on a Discord call with me, the mic just doesn't work on his end. And then I have to have him on the cell phone, and then the audio quality's a little poor, but I'll definitely be having him on in the future. I'm really thinking about, what I also want to do is, when it's slower, and we're kind of towards the end of the stream, we don't really have much to talk about. I kind of want to have like a radio call in where you guys call in and we chat. So that's something I want to do in the future also. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Call in and ask me any questions. Stock related or unstock related, doesn't matter. Dreambox, you're low on 143, risk 139. Alright, good luck, man. Good luck, Dreambox. Oh, sweet. So a lot of you guys are liking that idea. So yeah, why don't we do that? Maybe starting next week. Maybe like 10:30s or like 10:15ish when I'm done and it's slow. I'll have you guys call me on Discord and we'll be on the mic together and we could chat. Sweet, me, so you're gonna call in? Let's do it. Yeah, I don't know if you're listening, Dennis, but you gotta fix your mic. You gotta fix your mic over there. Alright, let's see. XELA starting to push a little bit. Watching the tape here. 146 is absorbing a lot. See if it breaks or not, but it is taking in a lot there, and it's not breaking at the moment. Could see that stuff if it's not going to break that 146. Now 145. Having some trouble also. Kind of when we see this happen, we see tons of orders going through. And I know this is not going to show all the orders going through because it's not full market depth. But when you see something like this and it's not budging, usually there's some sort of hidden seller there on the level 2 here. We'll see. 146. It is breaking 146 now. So if we do break 150 and come up to 151, yep. All right. So it did break even on the rest on XELA. Did break even on the rest. So in the end, I made a total of 250 bucks. All right. Made a total of 250 bucks. Yes, this could definitely reject here. At the same time, it could squeeze now, so wanted to play it safe and lock it up. Like we said, on XELA, we do have that large amount of institutional ownership. We do have a good headline, so there are reasons why this thing could definitely run on up on XELA. My original short was just based off the price action and volume I was seeing. It was weak at the time. So I looked for a quick short scalp. Came 1 cent away from my target. Literally came 1 cent away. I think the low here is 140. I had a 139 target on it. So I missed my exit by 1 cent. But I did take off half there at 141. 142 I took off half. And then the rest I broke even. So in the end, is a green trade. Did make 250 bucks. And we'll see what it does now. But I'm 100% out. So I don't want to short this because this is usually a pattern I like to long. So, I'm not going to be taking any more shorts on it. This thing could definitely squeeze if the right volume comes in. Right now, the right volume isn't there. This is not good enough volume for it to squeeze, in my opinion. You need to see better volume. Move on in. And you can see we're starting the upper wick again. Kind of upper wicking what we did before on XELA. It's going to really have to base 150s pretty well. Probably consolidate for 5-10 more minutes, then squeeze over the highs. But right now, this volume I'm seeing right now, not what exactly I'd be looking for on a long here at the moment. Great job, Dreambox. I saw you longed it. Great job on your end. Happy for you. But like I said, this is a pattern I usually like to long. Yep. Yep, Jason. So here we go. High days. As we get that institutional ownership, always tricky to short. Always be careful, guys. On high institutional ownership, shorting, be very careful. That's why I was looking for a quick scalp on it. I wasn't looking for this thing to fade all the way back to 120. I was looking for a quick scalp on it. All right, so let's see this. If you see this volume push here on XELA, let's see if we get better volume coming on in. Let's see. Watch the tape at 160. 160. Let's see. Kind of stalling again here. 159, 159, 160 is kind of stalling a little bit. Watch the tape here. Let's see if 160 is going to break or not. A lot of trouble there at 160. You guys see that, right? A lot of trouble there at that 160 line. See, just not enough volume coming in yet here on XELA. See, that push did about 400K on that push. So 400K bar there in the 1 minute on that push on XELA. And there's a little bit of a pullback there. So you couldn't get over that, that 160 line. Got over it for a second, but retested. There's the big seller there at 160. You couldn't break it. If you guys are long right now, you really want to see 150 base. So if you're long, you want to see 150 start the base. So you want to see previous resistance act as new support. And guys, remember it. It is a Friday. The market is slow at the moment, especially for longs right now. Still want to be careful on the long side. I said to myself, I'm looking for more shorts. If I'm longing, I'm gonna be looking for more on the scalpish side. And scalping doesn't mean, I'm going to look to just make a quick 5 cents. That's not scalping. Scalping, you want to have 2-to-1 risk reward. So maybe risking 5 cents to make 10, or maybe risking 10 cents to make 20. That's how you want to scalp. So that's kind of what I was looking for today. I was risking 6 cents to make 12. It's good risk reward right there. I didn't meet it entirely. I was off by a cent. So the trade itself, was a little bit lesser than what I've liked it to have been, but I managed it well, in my opinion. Nice. 142 to 152. Nice trade, man. Very nice. That's a great entry on your end. 142. Very nice. We saw 140s. Soak and bounce multiple times. I'm sure you had a 3-cent stop. It's a great trade on your end. Nice. I'm happy for you guys who took it long. But if you're holding right now, you really want to see this 150 line base. Ideally, this consolidates for another 10, 15, 20 minutes, and maybe a 10:30 curl and breakout would be very nice. Let's see some questions here. Let's see AVYA running. Would you short? No, I wouldn't short this. It's doing really, really good volume here. I think Come2 in chat posted had some really good news as well. High amount of institutional ownership. So getting involved on the short side, something like this, is a little bit riskier. Maybe if you're looking for quick scalps into pops into resistance, so you want to play the 13 line, wait for it to parabolic, play off that 13 line, but just know you're playing something on the front side of the move, and if you're playing the front side of the move, you want to have front side covers. I'd probably say the back side probably be below 12. So if it cracks 12, I'd probably say it's the back side of the move on AVYA, no longer on the front side. SGBX here, moving on, light volume, DPW, light volume. So we got a lot of light volume plays across the board here. Nice, Dreamback, you're still in? Alright, so right now it's 10:01. 10:01 right now. There's XELA, a little bit of a pullback here. A little bit of a pullback. And that 160 short was nice. If you go back and look at the tape at 160, it was really absorbing a lot. And like I said, this didn't get that volume that I said I would have preferred it to have if I was looking for a long on it. Smart, Dreambox. You're nice. Good job. Selling half, locking in, protecting the gains, and then break even on the rest. It's pretty much the same trade I had. Very nice. So now, if you guys are still holding, I would say 140 would be the other backside. So you want to, I would say maybe have a stop below 140 because that's kind of that last area of support. Usually the first bounce is always much better. Usually the first bounce is always much better on when looking for a long, rather than the second or the third bounce is always risky. The third bounce usually you're kind of playing a fire. Same applies to the short side. Shorting into the first pop versus shorting into the second pop. You can see it broke out here. Usually, shorting into that first initial pop. Obviously, it all depends on the situation and the stock itself, and how the chart's looking. Yeah, it's a great question. It's a great question. Yeah. So my setup for this one, kind of the gap and crap setup. Either I usually start in pre-market if I have really strong conviction on it, or I'll wait for the first initial morning pop to get short, risking a overhead resistance line. So that's why I took this initial morning pop to get short into. Usually when it kind of comes down, hold support, traps. I get a little bit more nervous. I get a little bit more nervous when I see this trap and initial squeeze happen. If I was taking that, it kind of would have been like a non-niche strategy because it's not really falling to my strategy that much. But I was kind of considering a little bit. I saw the 160 line giving it a lot of trouble. I was thinking about it. I saw it. It would have been just a trade based off just the tape. So I just avoided it. I had a green day. I was like, why am I gonna start playing, going back to the well again, and attempt another short. I already had a little winner on it. Might as well let it be. But it's a good question. I definitely saw the 160 there, the weakness on the tape, and could see why someone would look to short it at that moment. You guys remember, it's not a micro float. It's not a micro float. We're playing with a 40 million in float stock. With the volume it's doing here, for me at least, this is not something yard long. On XELA, $1 stock, 40 million in float. I need to see better volume than this on this type of play. But it's kind of looking like you may see this can continue to fade. But as long as that 140 line holds up, anything's possible with a large amount of institutional ownership. SRNE, that one yesterday, had a strong close. Was grinding up all day on light volume. Right now, it's holding up above VWAP. Looking at the daily chart here, pretty beat up chart. Did put in a nice volume candle yesterday. I'm not sure if there's any news on it. I think there is. I know someone. I think someone may have posted that did they have good earnings or something yesterday. Not 100% sure what the headline is. But as far as the day trade, I would say, it's not enough volume to enter a day trade on it. But I would say maybe for a swing trade, you could look for a possible swing trade if this thing starts to close strong and start to see a grind on up. Because this thing did have this thing had a really nice move back earlier in the year. What is this? Back in March, had a really nice grind up all the way to like $6. So it does have a history of grinding up and going on multi-day runs. So it's definitely worth keeping an eye on it on SRNE. See how it closes. See if it closes strong or not. Tops, we know about Tops. Tops a shipper. They did have a reverse split, but they did have an offering, so I'm not sure what the new float's currently at on TOPS. But, shipper season, like I said, shipper season usually October, November. We see the shippers, around the past 4 years. So I'll be looking for an investment in the near future on a shipper, hold it out through November. So this is one definitely going to be on watch in the upcoming weeks on TOPS. GLBS will also be on watch in the upcoming weeks. Another micro float on GLBS. It did have bad earnings, but I've seen shippers run on bad earnings, so it doesn't even really matter. As long as the volume and price action's there, it doesn't matter. It could have bad earnings or not. CTRM also, another one. Keep this one on watch too on CTRM. So we have some shippers to keep an eye on, in the upcoming few weeks. We'll definitely be eyeing some shippers now, guys. At least I will. I've been doing it for the last, 2-3 years now, and it's been working out really well for me. I think PXX is another one. That's the last one. Those are like the ones I just mentioned. Those are my favorite ones. Wow, PXX already going on a nice move. But all right, I'm trying to think giveaway or you know what, guys, I may do like a small giveaway. Maybe I'll just buy you like a lunch or something. You know, I didn't have the best week. I didn't have the best week. You know, usually like to give away like a $25 or usually like to give away, you know, a t-shirt or, you know, long sleeve or a hoodie. That's all like $20 plus, so maybe I'll just buy you like a lunch or something. How does that sound? So I have been doing a lot of giveaways. You know, the t-shirt, you know, it's like $20 and then, you know, like shipping, especially if you're international. Sometimes the international shipping really is a lot. You know, some people live pretty deep and I remember paying, sometimes I have to pay like 10, $15 for shipping. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll save it. You know, see you guys. What are you guys saying? Save it. All right. Yeah, I just feel bad because I know I did mention it, but I guess I have been doing a lot of giveaways lately. So we'll save it for another day. Save it for like next week, maybe the week after. You know, like you said, when the time is right, we'll do one. All right, cool. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thank you. Yeah. I like doing them when I have a big day. You know, when I have like a big day or a nice week. You know, that's when I like doing giveaways. But this week, I gotta look. I think I'm like break even on the week. Maybe be a red week for me. So didn't make that much money this week. All right, Preston. I'll catch you later. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I'll probably be wrapping up two guys in the next like 5 minutes or so. I'll be watching XELA here. Like I said, this is looking like it's gonna fade here on XELA based on the volume and the price action. Does look like it will fade. Obviously, above the 140 line, it still could still definitely trap and squeeze, but the volume's definitely declining here. It is a Friday, momentum is dying out. I'm sure a lot of traders are heading out. So I'm not sure if this will have the firepower to really, break on out here. Yeah, I think I do have a red week Dreambox. I think I do. It's been a while. It's been a while. When I have a $5 per share winner, I mean that doesn't come every day, but without a doubt, if I have a $5 per share winner, I'll be doing a $50 giveaway, maybe even $100 giveaway. I'm definitely gonna do that. You guys mark my words. When I have a big win, maybe like high four figures or 5-figure winner, I'm gonna do like $100 giveaway that day. So you guys can hold me to that. And the last time I had one was on Yuma. Yuma was one of my biggest trades of all time. I made 20 grand on Yuma. That was a sick day. And there we go. There's XELX fading. So there's the fade on it. Hope you guys see, why this faded here. So I mean, if you guys are holding right now, I would say now you're kind of playing with the backside of the move. 140 line breached. So just be very careful if you're still holding on to your XELA position. We're now into bearish territory here. Yeah, yeah. The third bounce is the death bounce. That was a good short 160, but then again, your hindsight's 2020. But all right, so I'll probably give it a few more minutes, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you again for tuning into the stream. Really appreciate all the support, especially during the slow times. All you guys are tuning in. That means a lot. Got it, yeah. Anyone got some cool plans for the weekend? I'll probably just be kicking back and watching some football games. You got it, Meets there. You got it. Making cheese. Are you working on the weekends? Yeah, Lakers Warrior game. Definitely gonna be watching that. What's that? That's Saturday, right? Yeah, I'm excited. Basketball starting. Yeah, probably watching a lot of sports this weekend. Thoughts on ACB for a swing trade? I'm not up to 100% date with the marijuana tickers, but if you go over in Discord chat, I think Come to Life is swinging that stock, so maybe he can give you some better insight than I can on that one. But alright, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. Hope all you guys enjoy the weekend. I'll be over in Discord for a little bit. Probably not too long today because, I want to get on with my weekend. Been a long trading week. So, I may not get to your DMs right away, but I'll definitely try to answer them, when I get some free time. The Raptors repeat, I don't know about that one. Not without Kawhi. There's no delay, guys. No delay on these streamers, these scanners. It's a YouTube has like a 7-8 second delay, so that goes for everyone. But as far as the scanners, there's no delay. But I'm gonna head out now, guys. Thanks again, and I'll see you all on Monday. Peace.